What's going on, guys? It's your boy Panda here, and welcome back to the channel. And let's talk about one of the most controversial things in Call of Duty history, and it's skill-based matchmaking. Before we go any further, if you guys have not already and you were thinking about it, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. It means the world to me. We upload almost every single day. We have a channel that has been growing rapidly over the past couple weeks, and with the release of Modern Warfare 3 coming, we have a lot of really cool things planned for the future. So enjoy the video, boys. So what might be one of the hottest topics in all of Call of Duty, and it's skill-based matchmaking. And I can't believe we're already talking about it for Modern Warfare 3, but it seems to already be hitting some people pretty hard. Now, if you don't know what skill-based matchmaking is, it's a system that Call of Duty implemented inside their game that gives a fair and balanced experience for everyone who plays it. So you basically play off of whatever your skill level is. So if you ever have noticed when you're playing Call of Duty that you start out and your games are very easy and you seem to be doing really well, and then as the night goes on, your games start to get really hard, it's because that is what skill-based matchmaking is there to do. It's to ensure that the new casual players or the new players of the game aren't affected by the very sweaty and very good players of the game. So now, like I said, I expect to make a follow-up video on this when it comes to skill-based matchmaking post-beta weekend 2, because I will say this now, the first weekend of the beta is only exclusive to PlayStation, so the player pool of people playing is limited to that of people who pre-ordered to start, which are majority going to be COD players that really enjoy Call of Duty, and most of them are going to be very good at the game, or at least better at the game than the average person who's going to pick it up once it releases. Now, that being said, skill-based matchmaking is something that I have to admit will never go away. And I think there was a post today actually by Charlie Intel talking about how skill-based matchmaking is something that makes them too much money for it to go away. And a lot of people wish it would. And from a business perspective, I completely understand why Activision keeps it going inside of Call of Duty. It makes them a ton of money, and it makes the replayability of the game there for casual players. Now, the reason skill-based is the way it is if you think about it, it's a replayability kind of thing. It causes you to kind of go through a cycle of wanting to play the game more, because the better you do, the more likely you are to play, but having those tough games makes you kind of angry and rage, where they then realize that you're playing another game, you start doing better again, and the cycle continues. So you'll start doing really well, have a couple bad down games, and then get back into doing well again. It maximizes player performance. The more the player plays, the more they are hands-on with the game, the more likely they are to spend money on the game, whether it's bundles, blueprints, and etc. So why are we talking about skill-based matchmaking inside of Modern Warfare 3 when we're just in the beta phase? Now, I can't really put a nail on the head when it came to previous betas, but I don't remember skill-based matchmaking being too heavy in the past betas of Call of Duty, but Modern Warfare 3's skill base seems to be toned up a little bit more, or maybe it's not. So when I say maybe it's not, I don't mean that skill-based matchmaking isn't even effective inside of Modern Warfare 3. It's definitely there and it's definitely noticeable, but I think that the time to kill at 150, this new TTK, has something to do with it as well. I don't think we're used to the fast-paced, longer time to kill when it comes to a faster, more fluid Call of Duty game. The movement speed's a lot quicker, there's a lot more running around, and I found myself a lot of times not wanting to run around, and we'll get into another reason of that. And I'm not saying camp, but not wanting to run and push as many engagements, because I saw something on Twitter today between like Exclusive Ace and Ink Slasher talking about the health regen. So we'll touch on that, and that has to do into why we probably weren't running around as much. But the TTK on average for most guns is 5 to 6 bullets, unless you're using the Striker, which seems to be the only gun that really needs a major nerf, maybe the MCW, but the Striker seems to be one of the most busted guns in the game, and everyone was using it by the end of the beta. But that 150 health time to kill seems to be something that we're not used to, and that's why I think it could be playing into skill-based matchmaking being a little more toned up, or at least feeling that way, is because we're just not used to being able to get those kills as quick. And I think that also had to do with the Striker being so broken. I think that gun being a 4-hit kill was kind of like, hey, I'm losing gunfights that I'm getting first shot on, and it's mainly because that this gun kills so much quicker, and I think that had something major to do with it. Now, heading into that topic, I talked about the health regen thing. There was something posted by Exclusive Ace talking about how the health regen is like 40 health per tick that you come up. It takes a total about 7 seconds to fully regen your health, which I guess is on par with former Call of Duties, but what's not on par is it has to regen even more. Former CODs the last couple of years have been about 100 to 125 health at most, so that regen was much quicker than that 7 seconds, but that regen just felt a lot faster because it wasn't 150 health, which also leads to some tricky engagements, especially when you have a gun like the striker that was going on, or you're playing against better players, is that you're running into these issues where you have about 75 to 80 health compared to someone who has 150. Those half-health gunfights aren't as easy to do as they were in years prior because there's not a large multiplier on the headshot, and the time to kill is much, much longer. I don't know, it's just a thought that we could come up with. I want to see how skill base feels at the end of weekend 2, because I feel like it's going to feel a lot different with the whole player pool being there of Xbox, PC, and PlayStation. There'll be a lot more players online, a way more higher variety of skill right now. There's not going to be just a subject to PlayStation only that have specific skill levels that we're playing against almost everyone in a similar skill level, so the only way it can boot you out is to people who are really, really good. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I know most people are very frustrated with skill-based matchmaking, but we need to understand it's not going to go anywhere. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Turn on those post notification bells so you guys never miss an upload. I appreciate all the love and support recently here on the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Deuces, boys.